Hello students, welcome to Chem-O-Notes. This series is for cracking MHSET set exam, which is in June 2025. So in this video we will be solving paper 1, that is Teaching and Research Aptitude Part 1. So let's begin. Now before we solve the paper 1, try to understand the instructions given to the candidates. First of all, you should know that paper 1, that is Teaching and Research Aptitude, there are 15 multiple choice questions which are asked in the question paper. Each carries 2 marks and all questions are compulsory. There is no negative markings. Okay, so there are no negative markings for incorrect answers. Basically, you should read the instructions very carefully given in the answer sheet as well as question paper. After this verification is over, you verify all the pages whether they are correct, printing is proper or not. Then OMR sheet number, you should write the sheet number. It should be written on both booklet as well as the OMR sheets also. Each question has 4 alternative responses like A, B, C, D. Okay, and in your OMR sheet, let me show how it will look like. For example, OMR sheet has A, B, C, D. So it will have 4 circles, small circles. Okay, each representing the options, like this will be for option A, B, C and D in your OMR sheet. So whichever is the correct option, like they have written here, see, you have to darken the circle as indicated below on the correct response against each. For example, if C is the correct option, then you are going to highlight with a ball pen as C. Okay, so it should be completely filled. Don't leave half filled, otherwise it will not be considered. So use only blue or black pointed pen, that is ball pen. Okay, no gel pen, don't use gel pen, pencil. So you are, and basically the log tables and calculators are prohibited, so don't carry the calculators along with you. Neither in your phones are also not allowed. Your watches, please don't use such gadgets, otherwise you will not be allowed for the exam. Rough work should be done at the end of the booklet, and there are many instructions given in the question paper, so you should go through each and every step by step, read those carefully and then start attempting. So let us start. Okay, let us start solving paper 1. In this video we will be solving 1 to 20 questions, that is as part 1. For the same March 2023, I have prepared 3 parts, part 1, part 2 and part 3. Please carefully see all the 3 videos. Okay, let us start for part 1. So today we will be seeing part 1. First one is problem solving methods are used by the teachers in the dash level of teaching. So the options given are memory, understanding, reflective and basic. So here option C is correct, as reflective level involves both critical as well as problem solving skills. Second one is feedback of the classroom teaching from dash is a valuable feedback for teacher. Yes, for teachers, who is going to give you a valuable feedback? She will try to get the feedback from the students and the parents. Okay, for her these two feedbacks are very important. So students provide first-hand experience and the parents are going to offer the teacher the external valuable perspective, okay, of the student. So option C is the correct option. The next is third, Swayam stands for dash. So SWAYM. Swayam actually is a government initiative to provide online, this provides online education. Okay, it provides online education. Okay, so in this, basically you will find that what does SWAYAM stands for. We are not going to write answer as online education, but you should know that SWAYAM is a portal where you can learn almost of every subject. You can learn so many things online. Okay, so it is the initiative taken by the government, and there are IITians, like NPTEL courses are there on SWAYAM portal, which is run by IIT professors. So here option D is the correct option. It SWAYAM stands for Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. What does SWAYAM stands for? Study Webs of Active Learning for Young Aspiring Minds. Okay, so each first letter of the words are taken as SWAYAM. Followed? So this indicates SWAYAM, SWAYAM, SWAYAM. So let us go to the next one now. And you will always find that there are questions based on SWAYAM and PTL. So you should read all these things and know the meaning of them. Then long forms also. Fourth one is dash is more suitable method for teaching of history. So among this, if you see the options, obviously history should be taught by role play method. Okay, so that they can engage with the historical character and events effectively. Next is learning process is monitored by dash evaluation. So learning, as a teacher, we should know that how to monitor the evaluations of learning. That should be monitored by formative method. Okay, formative evaluation is ongoing and helps monitoring the students learning and guide guide them the instructions. Then the sixth one is a researcher must have dash. Obviously the researcher should have a research aptitude. Okay, so even though other things are also correct, but more opt is research aptitude. Next is recording of the dash in qualitative research is called as memoing. So recording of reflective notes. Okay, recording of reflective notes in qualitative research is called as memoing. So memoing involves writing reflective notes to capture thoughts, insights, and interpretation during the qualitative research. So here recording of reflective notes is the correct option. So the next one is for detecting the errors in teaching learning process, the appropriate data collection tool will be dash. So basically to collect the data, and we have to find out what are the difficulties, okay, errors while teaching learning. So basically the diagnostic test is done. Diagnostic tests are specifically designed to identify the learning gaps. Okay, next is if a frequency distribution has some extreme scores, then appropriate measures of variability will be dash. So extreme score means what? For example, the frequency has 100 and directly you have one score. So 101, these will be called as extreme score. Okay, so when there are such type of score, or 1000 is one of the reading and other is only 10, so these frequencies we will call as extreme scores. So if such is the case, then basically the appropriate measures can be taken by using a quartile deviation. Instead of using standard deviation, we should use quartile deviation, because quartile deviation will not affect Okay. Next is standard of research journal is decided on dash. So you should know, as a researcher, you should know that impact factor is very important, widely used to assess the quality and standard of a research journal. Whenever we search for a journal on website, we try to find out what is the impact factor. Greater the impact factor, good is the journal. The quality and standards are very good. Okay. So whenever you search for a journal, you should see the impact factor first to know the standard of that research journal. Okay, student, there is a paragraph given, and based on this paragraph, you have to answer the questions, that is question number 11 to 15. So you can read this paragraph for a second. Okay, go through this paragraph very carefully, read it out, and then you can try to solve the questions from 11 to 15. So let us read question number 11. The word that is nearly opposite in meaning of defile is dash. So defile actually means, what do you mean by defile? Defile means which is not pure, or we are trying to defame. Defile is defaming, impure, unclean. Okay. So here, what is the opposite of defile? Obviously, sanctify. Sanctify will be, that means holy or pure. Okay. So opposite of defile is holy or pure. Next is, the author of the passage suggests that the main purpose of political education should be. So here actually only in the exam there should be only one option correct, but this question number 12 was wrong. So here there are two answers which are correct, which are according to the passage which are correct. Those are propagating the elitism and creating an egalitarian society. Okay. So what do you mean by um, elitism? Elitism, as you know, that elite, so something uh, other than the common people. So try to propagate the elitism, and second is trying to create the society which is having what? Egalitarian society. That means what? Egalitarian society means basically a society which has what? Equal, all members have equal rights, opportunities, access to the resources. So such society is called as egalitarian society. Okay. So here the author is trying to tell that the main purpose of political education should be this too. Try to create such type of society which is having equal rights, opportunities, and access to all the resources, and propagating the elitism. Next is, according to the passage, the close meaning of the connotation is dash. So here connotation in the paragraph indicates evoked meaning. Okay, means evokes in addition to the literal meaning. The next is, how has the politics been related to the educational institution in the paragraph? So here, without political support, there was quite a lot political interference. So option D is correct. The paragraph clearly tells that we have actually received dash dash infinite political interference with a little genuine political support. So here, without political support, there is a quite a lot political interference. So option D is correct. Now the last question based on the paragraph is, in the passage, hands-off education suggests that politicians should be dash. She should be silent spectators of the educational system. Option C should be correct. Hands-off education suggests what? There should be silent spectator of the politics in the education. Okay. Next is, so the next one is, in any organization, information is being shared among all the members, this type of communication is known as, we call it as internal communication. Why? Because one in the institute, for example, in an institute, like if it is a college, so teachers are communicating among themselves is known as internal communication, or principal is communicating with the non-teaching or teaching, again it will be called as internal communication. Whereas principal is trying to communicate with the university, then such type of communication we will call it as external communication. Okay, so there are different types of communication. So this which is asked in the question is internal communication. Now the next one is 17th is, cultural difference between the sender and the receiver may affect because of what? May get affected because of the effectiveness of communication. Okay, so your effectiveness of communication is the correct answer. I'll just take that one. So your effectiveness, there should be effectiveness of communication, otherwise it will lead to misunderstanding. Okay, it will lead to misunderstanding. So there should be clear communication even though there is a cultural difference between the sender and the receiver. Next is, according to the dash, communication means a transfer of understandable information between the two persons. So this was basically given by G.G. Brown. G.G. Brown says that according to him, the definition it is he says that communication as is nothing but transfer of understandable information among the two persons. Okay, so correct option is B. Next is, effective communication may be shown by dash equation. So they have given the equations here like MR, MS. So MR indicates what? Message received, and MS indicates message sent. So we should know that suppose there is a message sent, that is MS, and there is a receiver, okay, message received. Now if both the message sent is equal to message received, then only what will happen? There is effective communication, correct? Message sent should be received equally. So if this is the thing, then we will call such communication as effective communication. So if you try to prepare a equation for this, then it will be MS minus MR is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. So here I'll rewrite this. It is MS minus MR is equal to 0. So your option A is correct option, because whatever is message sent should be received equally by the receiver. Now the last question of this part 1, that is 20th question. The element which badly affects the effective communication is called as dash. So effective communication, what will be greatly affected? It will be greatly affected because of the disturbance, that is noise. Like when I'm talking with you, if there is a background noise, it will get badly affected. I cannot have a effective communication whatever I'm trying to teach you online, correct? So there the D is the correct option for this. So this was part 1 of paper 1, March 2023. Stay tuned to see part 2 also for paper 1, March 2023. Stay tuned with Chem-O-Notes for other chemical science solved papers of Maharashtra State CET exams. And please share, like and subscribe my channel. Bye till then.